Alright, what has helped you guys keep sane? And what has kept you sane through the pandemic? If I can ask, right? If I can ask, say.
This.
Right, keyboards, yeah, of course. It's very obvious, right?
This.
So, if you break it, would you go insane? Or no? Because you still have a lot.
Yeah, I still have a lot. I mean, I've been in pain for like the whole week. I've been mourning.
Yeah,
For
just for 1 week.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for 1 week.
Yeah.
You want us to try your morning stage, you know?
No.
Just just to see how, you know.
Okay, for clarity for everyone. So on my journey on the mechanical keyboard hobby,
Okay.
so once I got my first paycheck from work,
Mm-hmm.
I immediately bought a keyboard, waited for like a month for it to arrive, just to break it like 3 days after. Legit. I legitimately broke it.
Maybe you bought a fake keyboard, that's why.
No. I even went online to search on like why it's broken,
yeah.
and everyone was like,
So why was it broken?
apparently I used a wrong kind of foam. You know those installation foam where the aluminum side is, there's like the aluminum
the
side,
glossy
and
one.
And then there's like the empty side. So
You placed it.
No. I bought a double-sided version of that one. And I put
so
it
that's
under
why
the
it didn't
PCB, which shocked and shorted out the PCB.
Alright, okay.
And so right now that thing is just there on my shelf.
Oh, so it's still broken until now?
It's still broken until now. I don't want to fix it until now.
I can
The thing is that
we have volunteers, people. There are volunteers who are trying to fix it.
it's just there on my shelf, and I
Okay.
just use it for like what do you call this? Breaking in some switches.
Alright, okay. Well, you know,
It's got some use.
that's true. Alright, what about you? What has kept you sane?
I'm not saying.
Why are you even here? Why are you even here?
No, but I think friends, video games.
Yeah.
So many friends.
Friends and video games.
Friends
I think,
and
yeah, I
video
think,
games,
yeah.
those are the things that's keeping me apart.
What?
No, but what else? Yeah, nothing.
Nothing else, alright? So yeah. No, because I think mine would kind of be the same. But it's not friends first. It's video games first. No. Yeah. Alright. So you know, video games, right? You have that. You got video games, right? Valorant. Thank you. Riot Games. So sponsor me, please. no, really. Like Riot Games, you know, that's a very wonderful job you've done. And friends, really, like friends and family. Yeah, you know, it's more than just you know, trying to live life daily, right? It's hard, right? It's hard. And you know, okay, like mentally, right? How's the mental battle been during the pandemic? Because you know, it's been hard. It really has been.
Huh?
Really has been.
It's like I've never had like breakdowns.
Yeah.
Oh. No, I mean like yeah, there's that, but like so far mentally, it's
been okay.
been okay. Yeah, it's been okay honestly.
Yeah.
So far everything's chill.
Mhm.
Been able to handle it. There's Twitter. There's
You're not following us to Twitter. Go follow PFU.
yes, sir. There's Twitter. Yeah, so there's Twitter. There's CS:GO. There's that.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
you know, besides
Keyboard.
the keyboards, I'd say Grab.
Grab, yeah, you know, you get.
I say Grab because like.
Grab is a blessing,
Oh my
really.
gosh, yes, because like everyday delivery.
There really is a blessing. Alright, what about you? You know, how has the pandemic hit you mentally? Yeah.
I think
You struggle. Well, it's okay, right?
Yeah.
You know, there's no shame in that.
you know,
No shame in
it's
that.
like this pandemic. I think I felt the happiest, I guess.
Wow. Good for you.
Sana, I'm happy.
With with staying with friends.
Uh-huh. Alright. There's a live dissection going on right now. yeah. What else?
So there's that, and there I felt myself for the first,
You felt
first
it.
time.
Yeah, so you like
Can I touch?
you feel alive.
Yeah, I was like,
In a way.
the past years I was like trying to live somebody else's life.
And right? A mirror image.
Yes,
you
mirror
know.
So huli
Of
now.
who? Is it your expectations or is it the expectations
Expectations
of
of other people.
Right. There's that. There's that because the younger generation really, like I think before the pandemic, we're all trying to be someone else. Right? We're all trying to be someone else. I think like personally, when the pandemic hit, like we're all trying, be something we're not. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Before the pandemic, I mean, we're all trying to be something we're not. But then, we kind of got tired of that during the pandemic. So that's why during the pandemic, everyone's just being themselves. Like you don't see anything. Everyone's just trying to be them, right? And I think it's a good thing. And I think that's a good thing, really, because again, it's your life. Right? We'll talk about it later too. It's your life, right? We go through these motions, right, in life. Well, especially as a younger, generation, right? You got the opinions of your parents, you have the opinions of your friends, right? You have the opinion of someone you're trying to please, alright? Okay, and there's that, really. There's that thing, and I think that, this life that we're trying to navigate, right? We're trying to navigate this life, right? And we can't do it on our own, really, right? It's hard, it is doable, right, to sail a ship by yourself, right? It is doable, but it is rough and it is hard, right? So why do that when you can have someone else help you, right? That's the beauty of friendships. That's the beauty of family. Power of friendship, really, right? That's the beautiful thing about them.
Anime.
Yeah, no, that's the beautiful thing about it, right? Like it's a rough patch really for lots of people, right? It has been too, really, for me. Like it's been a rough few patches, right? When like mentally, like you're just trying to fight out, you're just trying to erase those thoughts. All right, but I think that it's better when we accept them for in their reality, in their true essence, and let them go from there. I think that's a lot better than denying that they're there in the first place. Because there's lots of people that they deny the existence of things, right? Like situations, like in this pandemic, right? There's lots of things where they deny that this thing is not happening, right? It's not true, right? They're denying those thoughts, those problems, those situations. But I think that shouldn't be the case, really, for all of us. Because we're the youth, right? We're the youth. We're right now, all right. Hard to say, but the biggest opinion, all right, or the opinion that matters the most to the people, to the youth, to the younger generation, is the opinion of the internet. Really, no one would care what opinion you would have on something, all right. But people would care about the opinion of the internet, all right. It's always to please the people of the internet. It's always so that this one looks good on the internet. It's never oh, I enjoy it. Right? It's been that much in the whole younger generation scene, really. And and I think that the younger generation should just be themselves. I'm telling you, right? As someone who's tried it, right? It's okay. You're cool living someone else's life, really.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you're cool with it. You think you're cool, really. No. You think you're cool. You think that you're actually you're doing so well. You think that everything's going well for you. Everything's going fine for you, right? But the longer it is, it's slowly gonna take a toll in your life. It's like rust, right? Do you guys know how rust works?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like rust, where it's there, right? It starts very small, and then it's gonna start corroding. It's gonna start eating you up, right? And you're gonna break down, right? You're gonna break down. You're gonna break out, right? Hello. Alright, and you know, there's that. Alright, there's that. And you know, before I think that the mental battle is not really much of an issue. Right, but I think this pandemic, it has been.
Yeah.
Right, it has played like big factors with, you know, how people are dealing with things. Really, because like the past few years, you know, lots of people, most especially the older generation, say, sikmurahin mo lang yan, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Like, you can do it, right? It's just, you know, it's just all in your head. Right? Well, it is all in your head, and you know, if your head is, you know, if your mental is crumbling and breaking down, right? You know, it's gonna be a struggle. Really, it's gonna be very hard. Okay, so you know, we're gonna head on to this question. I think you guys should prepare yourself for this question, right? Because it's a good one, and it's a good question. I think you guys should, you know, see. I want you guys to, you know, give your real opinions about it. Yeah.
Yep.
So, alright, this question, right, is: do you think that asking for help, alright, is a sign of, you know, because this is all that people want. Really, they would want this, but they do not know. They're unsure that it would make them look small.
Yeah.
Right, or something. So, do you think that asking for help is a sign of weakness? Or it makes, you know, someone look small. Not literally small, right? But you know.
To me, I think it's a sign of strength.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, asking, you know, it's like nobody's ever too weak to ask for help.
Yeah.
Because asking for help actually does take guts. If, like, let's say, let's put it in a like bodybuilding.
Yeah.
In the bodybuilding perspective.
Yes.
So, like, of course, you're gonna be like lifting around like 230 pounds, something like that.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, of course, sometimes you get exhausted because, of course, you get the pre-workout as well. You do other stuff. So, you know, sometimes you ask for, like, let's say, spot registers.
Yeah.
You know, because
it is shameful though. Really.
Yeah. I mean, yes, you look really ginormous.
Yeah.
You're stacked. But like once you get like exhausted doing, it's called reps, right?
Yeah, your reps.
Yeah, right. Doing your reps. Let's say how many sets? Usually it's like 3 or 4 sets.
Yeah, 3 or 4 sets.
Let's say you're doing like
reps,
you're like 3 sets and then like 15 reps.
Yeah.
Of like, let's say
lifting a barbell.
Yeah, lifting a barbell, and you know, like during that process, it gets heavier. It gets heavier because because you get exhausted. Your muscles get exhausted. So you know, there's nothing wrong for a spotter to be there for you.
Yeah.
Because you never can tell that.
Yeah. No, because I think it's very easy to ask your friend for help.
Yeah, there's that.
If your friend is the spotter, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. But like asking
someone random,
like what's worse is that it's someone bigger than you.
Someone bigger.
Someone bigger than you.
You know, kind of feel shy to do
yeah,
it.
like you get that like thing where I don't know if I should ask for a spot for me because like I don't.
True.
This thing could be like what? Just like a simple pre-workout.
Yeah, it's very true. It's so true.
You know, I think asking someone for help at that kind of like let's say perspective, it's showing that it's showing that you have the strength to ask for someone to help you because knowing that even though you're strong, you can still be weak. At some point. Yeah. And so you being in that weak point, like let's say you being exhausted doing like your last 3 sets reps.
That's true.
And you know, there's no harm in that because you know that you can't handle it anymore. And asking someone to like lift it for you, helping you, that's what gives the relief.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
what about you? Do you think it's a sign of strength? Do you think it's a sign of weakness?
I think it's a sign of
power.
It's a sign of strength.
Alright. No, you said something. You said
And
something.
it's a sign of maturity also.
Why?
Because, you know.
You know.
No, but like let's say in games, yes, you can carry one whole team. Let's say you can carry one whole team,
Yes.
but you cannot do it without the bot frag. You know,
Yes.
because even though the bot frag is, you know, it has 0 kills,
Yes.
but they have 12 assists,
Yes.
and you have 12 kills.
Yes.
Those assists comes from them.
Yes.
You know. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you want to hide
We just
behind.
understand that you're bot right?
But you know, because as somebody who gets tilted with people not helping each other
Yeah,
to
helping.
peek, you know, or want
Yeah.
clear angles, you know, you will just exhaust yourself. You'll get tired because, you know, you don't want to ask for help.
Yeah.
And it's also a sign of maturity because you know to humble down.
That's true.
You know when to you know.
Yeah.
You know.
No. Because like
Yeah.
in that sense, right, I like how he said it, right?
Mhm.
Where when you're playing video games, right? I got this from Shroud. Shroud, you know Shroud. Shroud is a famous player and he's a famous streamer, right? And he said, because someone asked him in the chat where it said it went like this. Does it matter? Do you think that you have a right to, you know, to flame someone, or you have a right to, you know, to talk smack or all that stuff, you know? Then he said, your bot frag, right, is, you know, may have what, 1-2 kills, right? But they're still, you know, assists, right? They're still helping the team because, you know, without those 2 kills, you couldn't have won a round or something, right? You know, and he played it like that. And, you know, I think it's a good thing, right? You know, because most of the time we would always try to appear strong, most especially on the internet. We try to appear as this person. Right? We're strong. We're, you know, we're capable. We're able, right? But there are times in life where really we're just not. You know, we're not capable. We're not able. We're struggling, right? And you know, I think it is, you know, it is not, right? It's not a sign of weakness, right? You gotta break that stigma, right? The younger generation should learn that, right? It's not, you know, you gotta break that, right? It's not a sign of weakness, alright? Because, you know, if asking for help was a sign of weakness, alright, it doesn't mean that, you know, displaying or portraying strength is, you know, a sign that you're strong, right? Because, you know, you could appear strong, but in reality, you're crumbling, you're breaking down. Alright? And this happens in all aspects of life. It's not really just mentally.
Yeah.
Alright? Emotionally, socially. Alright? Most especially like right now. Right? There's so many socially awkward people. Yeah. We got him. No, because no. I think it plays a factor because I met up with, you know, we met up with our friend a couple of days ago, who lives in, you know, who went home to their province, and you know, in their province he doesn't have that much friends, he doesn't have that much, you know, people to socialize with. And, you know, when he came, you know, to meet us, right, we asked him why he was so quiet, because naturally he was an outgoing person. You know, he was, you know, he would crack jokes and all that stuff, but that moment he was very quiet. And then someone asked him, what happened to you? Why are you not, you know, why aren't you speaking and all? And he said, I do not know what to say. I don't know, you know how I'll interact. And I think it's, you know, it's the same thing that everyone's going through in this pandemic, really. All of us are, you know, trying to be something, alright? That we forget that, you know, the real life is actually, you know, there's a real life.
Yes, there's
right?
a way.
It's life outside, you know, the internet. And because in the internet we could portray ourselves to be this person, right? We could portray ourselves to be that person, right? You know, it's funny. I was, you know, I stream, right? I do stream from time to time. I haven't been streaming, so from time to time, yeah, I do stream. And it's funny how when you're looking for clips to post, you'll post the good ones, but you won't post the bad ones, right?
Yeah.
Right? You know, because, you know, on the internet we're trying to be something, right? We're trying to be something, you know, we're trying to post what's best, right? What is the best, we don't put up our worst, our worst features, right? Because, who would display their worst features, really? Right? Who would like to, to display their worst features? And I think that in real life, it's supposed to be the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? Because, in real life, we would display our, our good features, but in the long time, right? In the long run, you guys know that Homer meme where, he's all fit, but at the back he's like, all his fats are, it's all tight. Right? I think that's how everything is, right? On the online world, really. So, and we are limited, right? We are limited, that's why we got friends, we got family, we got the Bible, right? To hold on to, right? Because, as us, right, as ourselves, we are not capable, right? We are incapable of, meeting things that, expectations of people, right? Because, most especially, like, I want to know, right? I want to know, like, from you guys, how do you think, right? The younger generation sees that, like, because mentally, right? It's easy to say, right? It's easy to say since it kind of has been a famous thing, all right, on the internet where mentally they're suffering this and that, but it's a real thing, right? It's a real thing, but it's like in the internet with how things, with how people like to portray things, it makes it seem that it's not. It makes it seem that it's not, because there'll be lots of people say, that's just you being weak. But no, right? That's not how it works. I think finding your strength in people, right? Finding your strength in people, finding your strength in in things is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. I was about to say, not a good thing, it's a bad thing. No, it's a good thing, right? It's not a bad thing. Finding your strength on people, because you don't have to be by yourself all the time, right? You do not have to be this high and mighty tower, right? High and mighty tower that stands still always, right? Right? There are people, you can share those with people. Alright, you can share, your keyboard to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I did say yours.
No.
Alright, but there's that, you have our family, you have our friends, right? You have your friends. I think, alright, if you're trying to grow, right? If you're trying to grow as a person, right? Trying to grow as a person, you're trying to, to build your knowledge, I say, your knowledge with, with things, with life. Right? I think that your circle or your people you're close with, right, is playing big factors, right? And that's what we're gonna talk about next, right? So this next part is called standing till the end, right? So standing till the end is the part where I think in the movie, right, where it's the elimination, right? You eliminate each other, right? You eliminate, they're eliminating each other already, okay? And you have to stand still, you're not literally stand still, but you fight till the end, right? So it's hard knowing that along the way, right? Like life as as good as you want it to to be, there are things that you would have to let go. Right? There are things that we have to along the way that there are things that would weigh us down that we have to let go. Right? That's why in the movie, right? In the movie, there's a part where I'm pretty sure the other one had the sword, and later on the movie let the sword go.
In the movie, I know it's about the arrows.
The arrows, yeah.
It's alright. It's the arrows.
For example, it was Hunger Games story.
Alright, yeah, it's still the same Hunger.
Where he left the old lady.
Yeah, the old lady. Yeah.
Only hangover games.
Yeah, again. Yeah, that's actually a good part. Where in the, that part where in the movie, he dropped his partner, right? Who's dead weight, right? For him, right? He dropped, because again, there are 24 contestants, there are 2 per each district, right? And this person dropped, his partner, right? And in life, right, it's the same thing, right? Imagine, right? I want you guys to imagine this. Imagine you have a bag, right? You have a bag, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, whatever brand you want it to be. You want it to be Supreme, you want it to be Gucci, whatever, right? And in this bag, you have to fit your whole room.
My whole room.
Yeah, in that bag.
In that bag.
Yeah. So you start with the small things, you know, let's see, you got the pencils, right? You know, the small pencils. What else? What else are the small things in a room?
Erasers.
Your
Your dandruffs.
your briefs, right? Your pillows. And it gets bigger.
Sunday.
Yeah, your clothes. And then it becomes your pillows.
Your keyboards.
Your keyboards, alright, your PC,
Yeah.
alright, your laptop, or whatever, alright, and then you can put in your bed, alright, put in your bed, LED strip if you have one in your bedroom, alright, okay, what else? What else is in the bed? It's in the room, your guitar if you have a guitar,
Your dog.
your dog if you have a dog, in your room,
What's the dog doing?
alright, so so this bag is very huge
Your
now, right?
toys.
Yeah, your toys if you have toys, right? You know, this bag is huge now, right? This bag is huge
So
now.
big.
Okay, so try to walk, try to move, right? Try to move, right? I'm pretty sure we would not be moving, right?
I don't even think I'll be careful.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to move, really. So I think it's the same thing with life, alright? We try to fit our everything in one bag, right? And we're only interested in one bag, right? Right? You do not have to bring everything, right? Of course, all the mothers wouldn't relate because they want to bring everything always. Really?
Oh, yes, so
And shout out to my mother. Alright? We did it at the same time, right? Shout out to my mother. And we'd love to bring everything, always. Alright? Whatever it is, really. And I think that, you know, that in life, alright, we do not need, there's lots of unnecessary things that we don't need.
Yeah.
Right? Right? The unnecessary details, right, would weigh us down in this journey called life. Right? Number one, the unnecessary drama. Right? Stay away from it.
Oh my god, I love drama.
Right?
Just kidding.
Unnecessary drama, stay away from it. Okay?
Stay away from me.
Toxic relationships, you don't need this.
Stay away from me.
Right? Fake people, fake friends.
Stay away from me.
Right? You don't need them. Right? They do not help anyone.
like
Most
the
especially you, they don't help you, really.
It's like the Drake meme.
Huh?
It's like the Drake
Yeah! Because, you know, like, there's lots of things in life, right? Most especially for a young person. You want to carry everything.
Yeah.
Bad memories.
Memories.
Right.
Bring back memories.
Memories that, you know, no, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Memories that, you know,
It's just a recollection.
like memories that don't play you well, right? Friends that, you know, that have literally, you know, disregarded you, right? We try to keep them, or we try to hold on to them, really, always, you know.
Yeah.
Right? We always try to, you know, hold on and, you know, and everything, right? But life is like that, right? You know, our life is, you know, is there a point in your lives where you still have that? You're still trying to hold on to,
No.
I'm asking you guys a question.
Yeah.
To hold on to unnecessary things.
Yeah,
No.
there's so. I mean, there's some. There's some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you?
Nah. No, I don't like. I don't like anything else in my mind.
I mean,
except being happy.
I mean, if there is something like literally pops up
Yeah.
that you know makes you flash all those memories. I mean, like there's
Uh-huh.
No, yeah.
there's that.
Because, like, I think memories stay there for a reason.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The memories are there for a reason, right? They just stay there for a reason,
Mm.
right? And, you know, the reason